Bristol Community College, Mathematics with Dan Avedikian, Math 011, Arithmetic, Section 2.8, Problem 20. This is Section 2.8, Problem 20. It says complete the computation. We have three fractions to add: 1/2 plus 1/4 plus 3/14. Now, three fractions makes this a little bit more difficult than most of the homework in this section. Usually you have two, but it's really the same process. And again, like the others, I like to write the problem vertically. You can certainly do it horizontally, but vertically just seems to get organized better for me. Now, what I want to do is consider the denominators, find the largest of the denominators, and see if the other denominators will divide into it evenly. My largest denominator is 14, and of course 14 divides into 14 evenly. Will the other denominator of 2 divide into 14 evenly? Yes, it will. Will 4 divide into 14 evenly? Unfortunately, it will not. So 14 will not work as a lowest common denominator. So next try, take the biggest denominator, 14, double it, and now see if the others divide in. So if I double 14, I get 28. And of course, 14 will divide into 28 evenly. Will 2 divide into 28 evenly? Yes, it will, because it's even. Will 4 divide into 28 evenly? Actually, it will, right? 4 times 7 is 28. So 28 will work as a lowest common denominator. So let me make an equivalent fraction next to each of the original fractions, each one having a denominator of 28. And again, once I know my common denominator is 28, I know the answer for the denominator for my whole answer will be 28. I know half the answer already. I know the bottom half. So now what I have to do is fill in the numerators to make these fractions equivalent. So 2 times something became 28. Well, times 14. 2 times 14 is 28. So the top must be multiplied times the same amount, times 14. So the top was 1, or the numerator, times 14. 1 times 14 is 14. And again, 14 over 28 would reduce back to 1/2. It's an equivalent fraction. Do the same thing next with the 1/4. 4 times something is 28. Well, it has to be times 7. So the numerator times the same value, times 7. So 1 times 7 is 7. 7 over 28 would reduce back to 1/4. It's the equivalent. And now, the last fraction, 14 times something is 28. Well, 14 times 2 is 28. So the numerator is times that same value of times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. So now, I have the three fractions written in an equivalent form where they all have the same denominator. They all have a denominator of 28. So now I can just combine those numerators. This is an addition problem, so I'll add 14 plus 7 plus 6. So 14 plus 7 is 21. 21 and 6 more is 27. Or what you could do, what I really went to when I added it, was I added the 14 and the 6 first, because I knew that was 20. And then I did the 7. 20 and 7 is 27. I get the same answer, but if you're actually going to compute it in your head, it goes a little quicker and easier that way. So I have 27 when I combine the numerators. In whatever order you add them, you're going to get that same 27. Now, I have an answer of 27 over 28. Can I reduce that? Can I find any numbers that will divide into both 27 and 28 evenly? And the answer is no, I cannot. So that's it. That's the final answer. 27 over 28 is the answer.